Greetings, Crusader fans from the Athletic Hall of Fame. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson. I want to thank you for joining us for another edition of the Crusader Coaches Corner Show. Exciting day here as new women's basketball coach Brian Holsinger announced, and he will join us for his first Crusader interview this afternoon. Also, we meet with catcher for the baseball team, Andrew Helmstadter, the baseball team, in second place, just a game back of Central Washington, a team they will host this weekend in back-to-back doubleheaders on Friday and Saturday night. A busy weekend coming up on the Crusader campus. Don't want to forget, fans, we have an Easter celebration Saturday at noon on the NNU track. We'll be having an Easter egg hunt for the kids 12 and under. Fans, if you bring out the kids, general admission tickets for anyone over the age of 12 are $2, and that gets you into either event on Saturday. The women's softball game, as they host Simon Fraser this weekend. First pitch for the ladies' games are 1 o'clock Saturday, or the men's games against Central Washington at first pitch at 1 o'clock as well. Now it's time for the Crusader Coaches Corner Show. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to this week's Crusader Coaches Show. We have an exciting guest with us today, newly announced head women's basketball coach, Brian Holsinger. Brian joins us. He's alumni of Western Washington. Don't hold that against him, fans. Yeah. But he's had a wealth of experience, head coach at Montana Tech, yep. Associate head coach at Washington State, former assistant coach at the Masters down in California, so quite an impressive resume. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, excited to be here. Thrilled to be here, and excited about the new opportunity and to be a part of a neat Christian environment here at NNU.
Talk a little bit about what brought you to NNU. What was the draw for you to this program?
Yeah, a couple different things. I was involved a few years back here and stayed at Washington State, but this time was really excited to really become a part of the community. My brother now lives here, and my parents now live here, and so the opportunity to be close to family, be in a Christian environment, be in a great conference, one of the best Division II conferences in the country, which I'm really excited about, and I'm really at a point in my career where I have young kids and want them surrounded by great people and a place where I can lead a program into greatness.
Now, looking at your resume, 16 years of coaching experience, and a couple at the head coaching level. So how excited are you to move up to the head coaching level again?
Really excited. You know, it was one of the factors involved. I had lots of different opportunities to go back into the Pac-12 as an assistant, but the idea of running my own program, leading my own program again, and just it's exciting. It's a big difference, and I've done it once already before, but the idea of doing it again is exciting. When you've spent the last 8 years as an assistant or associate head coach, you learn a lot, and now I'm excited to put some of those things I've learned, good and bad, to use, and so it's a ton of excitement. Excited to be able to hire a staff and be able to integrate that into my program.
Obviously, people are going to look at the wealth of experience and also the different levels, and the fact that you have a good knowledge of the GNAC, playing at Western Washington and being a coach in the Pacific Northwest. How much of that do you think will assist you in bringing this program along and continuing to build it?
A lot. I'm a little unfamiliar with the level of play. I just haven't been around it a long time, so I'm excited to kind of figure that out. It's pretty exciting in that respect. I have a ton of experience up and down the West Coast, so recruiting all over the West Coast in particular, and also I did a ton of recruiting in Europe and Australia. So I think if you can mix all those things together through experience, and I have a lot of connections, and I'm really excited about building a culture here that girls want to be a part of, and something that's unique and different, because I think NNU is unique and different, and I'm going to really highlight those things and get the best players and the best people we can to come in, and the goal is to win the conference. because if you can win the conference, I think you have a chance to win it all. And by all, I mean national championship. So the goal is to win a national championship. Without a doubt, that I wouldn't have taken the job if I didn't think we could do that here, and I do think we can do that.
Obviously, you had a chance to meet with the ladies on the team,
Yeah.
but now that you're here on campus and you're starting your first day and they're on spring break, not much of a chance to enjoy some time with them. But
Yeah.
in the time that you did have during the interview process, how did you find the team and how did they find you, do you feel?
That was my most fun I had. Not a lot of places you get to interview with the team. I've interviewed a few other jobs, obviously, and so this is the second time I've interviewed with the team. That was my most fun I had all day during the interview process. We sat down and I listened more than anything. I think it's important to listen and listen to some of their things that they liked, some of the things that they didn't like, and got to know a little bit about them. And we talked back and forth. My wife Stacy was with us at the time too, and so they got to know her a little bit, which was important. And she'll be a huge part of our program. But the girls are great. They're great kids, and I don't know what kind of players they are exactly. I've only watched them play a little bit, but I'm excited to make them better and bring new ones in and combine it. And like I said, my goal is to build a culture here that's unique and special, and that is team-oriented and is not just about talent. I can bring lots of talent in just based upon my experience as a recruiter, but I think that talent has to fit the mission of our program and then the mission of the school as well.
I got a chance to meet your wife and two of your three kids,
Yeah.
Brooklyn and Quinn. Kellen wasn't here, but
Hopefully he's taking a nap.
hopefully just 1 year old.
Just one. 15 months I think it is. Yeah, just over one.
How have they enjoyed the new experience of coming to NNU?
Yeah, they were a large reason why I've done this. I stepped away a year ago, not too many people know that, but I stepped away from Washington State in August of last year just to take some time with my family. Got to spend time at Disneyland, taught my daughter how to ski, went to Hawaii, did some fun things that I just didn't have time to do while I was coaching at Washington State. And so getting back into coaching, which is a passion of mine, it was really important to me that they were in a place that is positive and has values and obviously a Christian faith. I love Jesus with all my heart, and that's something that I want them around, those kinds of people, and they are here. And I'm excited for them because they're 5, 3, and 1 to be able to grow up in this environment and be a part of this environment and take it all in, and they can run around, and they're going to be a big part of everything we do. I build a family program, and the girls will know my kids and the kids will know the girls, and it's just going to be one family. So
talk a little bit about the strategy on the court, the X's and O's. I know with a team that's returning several players, I think we've got about 7 or 8 returners.
Yeah.
Does that dictate the style, or will you implement your own game plan on the team?
We will. It's a good question. We will adjust a little bit, but one thing that will change for sure is that we're going to play defense. You're going to see us defend really well, and we're going to do two things. We're going to defend, and we're going to play really hard. People will be diving on the floor. People will be getting after it on that side of the ball. In my belief, your offense goes up and down, and it's so fickle. I mean, you can shoot really good one night and be a little bit off the next night, and no matter how good you execute. And so I want to be in a place where, as a team, we can sustain the bad nights and still be in a game and be able to compete and win when we're not shooting our best. And that would be our goal. So we're going to play. I won't get into specifics on what we're going to do yet because I'm still kind of playing with that. But we'll play hard, and we're going to defend, and we're going to rebound. Offensively, I think we're going to push it. We're going to push in transition. I think if you can get easy shots, it's in transition, and good shots. I'm a real stickler about shot selection, but we'll push it in transition, see if we can get something easy, and then we'll do a couple different things. I love pick on balls, and then I love running sets that are very particular to each individual's strengths. So I haven't really discovered that yet, but once I do, I'll figure that out.
You mentioned a lot of emphasis on defense.
Yeah.
Is there a particular style that you prefer? Man, zone? Will it be a full court, or will that all be dictated on the personnel?
Yeah, preferably, I can tell you preferably what I'd like to do. Whether we can do that next year, I don't know yet. But I'm a man-to-man guy, which is a little bit funny because I ran a matchup zone at Washington State a lot. But we'll primarily play a man-to-man defense. And I'm still deciding the intricacies of how we'll do that. Some of that will depend upon personnel. But we'll place a lot of man-to-man. We will have the matchup zone. We'll have a matchup zone. How much I use it will depend on how fast they can pick it up. And then we'll have some pressing. But not it's not going to be an all-out frantic pressing type team. We will balance that a little bit.
We got a little bit of idea what to expect on the court. We've heard about your background. We know that Disneyland and skiing are two of the things that you like to do.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy away from the court?
I mean, I'm a fly fisherman, so that had to weigh into the decision to stay in the area because there's great fly fishing around here. So a former coach and I used to come down here before I even thought about coming down here and coach on the South Fork of the Boise River. So I love to fly fish. I love to golf. I love all those typical coach things, right? Half the coaches like doing those things, but more than anything, I love spending time with my family. We have young kids, so we try to do fun things with them, and they have cousins here in the area, so that's just a huge thing. They're all the same age, but I love hoops. I would love the games that are going on right now. It's so fun to watch. So.
Okay, so everybody wants to know, now that you mentioned the games going on right now, who did you pick?
Yeah. It was a bad choice.
This is going to determine whether people. Maybe we don't want to say.
I'll give you the reasoning behind it. My favorite team. I'm a diehard Tar Heel fan.
Okay.
So I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. But that's my heart.
Okay.
I don't pick with my heart. I pick with my brain.
Okay.
And my brain failed me this year. I picked Michigan State.
Oh.
And it was just devastating. It was devastating. And I love Tom Izzo. He's fantastic. And they always do well in the tournament. And they had the superstar in place. I thought that, you always need that one guy who you can always go to. And I thought Valentine was a guy. So much for what I know. Of course, only one person in the whole country still has the right bracket. And I don't even know if that's the case after last night, after all those games. So.
Well, fortunately, you're not getting hired for your ability to pick the D1 tournament.
Goodness.
It's for
the women's side now. I could pick a little better. UConn's probably a good bet in that one.
Well, I think everybody would pick UConn in that one every year.
Yeah.
Appreciate you joining us, Coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations on taking
over
the program. I know it's got to be exciting, and you got to be chomping at the bit, and you got to wait 7-8 months before you get to do anything.
Yeah.
But anything that you've identified that you're going to fill as a key role? Any players that you're looking at, or have you had a chance to start the recruiting process? Yes,
I have started the recruiting process instantly. I've had tons of phone calls already. I'm still figuring out what we have as far as scholarships, so I was working on that this morning, trying to figure out where we're at with that, and also need to meet with the girls and see where they're at and how they're doing, and then we'll work with them starting probably the end of next week. We'll start to work with them after they get back from spring break and get a better idea of where we're at. I know just based upon a little bit, we probably need to find a point guard, and then post players as well. But you kind of at this point in time, you want to get good players that can help you win and figure it out. But point guard is definitely a priority. So if anybody knows of any point guards, let me know. Love to find that out. But we're doing some recruiting already. So
I appreciate you joining us today, Coach. I'll let you get back to work.
Yeah, thank you.
New head women's basketball coach, Brian Holsinger. Be sure to welcome him to the community, NNU fans, and come out to support the Crusaders.
Yeah, come visit. Come now. Come visit now.
Thank you so much, Coach.
All right, thank you.
The Crusader softball team was in action at home against Central Washington, picking up a pair of wins, including the 5-4 walk-off victory shown here on Friday. The Crusaders also scored a 2-1 win over the Wildcats on Saturday. Welcome back. We are joined by Crusader junior catcher / third baseman, Drew Helmstadter. Appreciate you joining us, Drew.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You guys obviously had a good season last year and have carried over to this year, and now second place in the GNAC, coming off a big weekend. Talk about how exciting the season has been for the team.
It's been really exciting. We're been experiencing some good teammates this year. It's nice to have a good group of guys that works together, and we're excited to work together and see where the season takes us. We've been doing pretty good these last few weekends, and just looking to keep rolling.
I think people that saw last year's team, they see Jake Reppert, who gets drafted by the Phillies, Colvin, who's playing minor league baseball professionally, a lot of these guys that moved on, that had a big impact. You get a lot of new pitchers coming in as the catcher. How tough has it been learning all the new pitchers and figuring out how to handle the staff?
It's always a challenge when they first come in to get used to a pitcher. It's tough catching them when you don't know what they got, but that's what the fall is for. So it's been a good transition working with all of them throughout the fall. So make things go more smoothly during the spring. So now we're on the same page now, and we're all working together pretty good.
Who's the toughest guy to handle behind the plate?
I would say that Jeremy is the toughest for me to handle behind the plate. Spencer Pollock, the other catcher, did most of the catching for him in the fall, and I've had to catch him a couple times in the spring. So it's been he's not one of my best pitchers to catch, but I'm getting used to it.
What is it that he does that makes it tough on you?
I'm not sure. It's just, his ball moves pretty good, so
yeah,
it just takes some getting used to.
And is there any pitcher on this staff where you cringe when they're throwing because you know that your hand's going to be hurting at the end of the day?
We got some hard throwers, but I would say, the way Loomis's ball moves, you can't always catch it in the sweet spot of the glove. So I'd say my hand gets hit every once in a while with Loomis.
Mm-hmm. And playing third base, we saw you splitting time with D. Haas last year behind the plate in third. How tough of a transition has it been to play the hot corner, or has it been pretty easy for you?
It's actually, I don't think it's that tough of a transition because a lot of third base is just reaction time. So being a catcher, that's all catching is reacting. So it's been pretty good transition. Not too difficult, but the new position is always a little different. So.
And you're second in the GNAC in hitting. You're up around 370, I think 368 when I looked this morning. One of the leaders in hits and triples and doubles and RBIs. You're having a phenomenal season. What is it that's going right for you at the plate?
We talk about process, and I think I've done a good job buying into Rocky's process and just having a good idea of what to expect when you're at the plate, knowing what to expect after the swing you just took, or what the count is, and what I'm more of I guess pitches, so I sit on the pitch, and then if it's there I hit it, if it's not there I don't swing. So I would say that I've been guessing right most of the time this year. So
yeah, pretty good. And we got to ask about the catcher, who's like the all-time leader in triples at NNU. How is it that a catcher who has to spend so much time in the crouch and they wear on your knees and all that, how are you so fast?
I have no idea. Honestly, I'm not that fast. I guess I just find my way around the bases, or I just hit the ball in the perfect spot to where it ricochets and I'm able to get an extra bag out of it. So I'm not sure.
Talk a little bit about what brought you here. Coming from Southern California, this has to be a big adjustment.
Yeah, it's very different. So my junior year, I really did not want to go anywhere out of California. I wanted to stay in the California, and we looked at. My dad wanted me to look at all the top 100 Christian colleges in the nation, and we found this one. I had my major, I had baseball. He's like, let's just go check it out. And I really fought him. I didn't want to go here, even without even looking. I was just like, I don't want to go to Idaho. It's too far. And so he finally convinced me, and we flew out here and practiced with the team, and came back. And I just came here immediately. I was like, I got to go there. It's so cool. People are so nice. I love it. It's just beautiful here.
Yeah.
So
it's good. Yeah, I'm sure the people here are very happy that you came because, since your freshman season, obviously you've made a huge impact for this team. Let's talk about this coming weekend. Central Washington coming in. They're a game ahead of you guys, first and second place battle this weekend. How excited are you guys to, it's almost the midway point in the season, to be playing for first place?
Yeah, we are very excited. We know that they've got some good pitching, but we know that we can hang with them and that we can challenge them, and we're looking to take 3 or 4 from them, so we're excited.
Last year, their place only getting 1 win. Obviously, at their part, the win plays a huge factor. What do you expect when they come out here, since they haven't been away from home for a GNAC contest?
I mean, I think we just take the same approach. I mean, we've got kind of a short portion left here, so kind of just work away from that with them, and they're actually they're going to be looking to drive the ball to the right side, so we've got a plan to handle their hitting. So
there's still a lot of baseball left. I mean, it's a 40-game league season, and you guys are 12 games in. But are you thinking a little bit about the potential of GNAC title this season, regular season champs?
Definitely, that's definitely our goal going into the season, is to be GNAC champions and host the GNAC tournament here. And yeah, that's our goal. We're definitely thinking about it. Every game is working towards our goal. So
you guys beat I think 14-time GNAC champion Western Oregon, 3 of 4 this weekend. How much does that boost the confidence or just reinforce how good the season's going for you guys?
It definitely does both of those things. They're always a team that we've struggled against, and I mean, they may not be as strong this year, but they're still a really good team, and we were happy to get 3 wins, and it's definitely a confidence booster and an encourager.
You guys have been on a nice roll since you got into GNAC play. Can you identify, is there something that's changed for the team since the first 3-4 weeks of the season, or is it just the natural progression? You guys are just getting better and playing better?
I would say that it's the natural progression, and we are starting to learn how to work better as a team. We're playing for the team. We're playing to win. We're not playing individually anymore. So that's a huge factor to our success, is playing as a team.
I know Rocky keeps you guys awfully busy, but when you're not playing baseball or practicing or lifting weights or doing whatever, what do you like to do? What is your favorite thing?
My favorite thing to do? I've been doing a lot of fishing lately. I really like fishing. I didn't do much before I came here, but we got a fishing license, and I'm all for it now.
Did you find a nice little fishing hole? Not that you want to give it away or anything.
I don't have a specific one. I go out to Swan Falls and fish out there.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you joining us. Good luck this weekend. Want to remind you fans, Crusader is going to be in action hosting Central Washington Friday, 3 o'clock doubleheader, Saturday, 1 o'clock doubleheader. Come out, root the guys on as they play for first place.
That's right.
Thanks so much, Drew.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.